birth certificate, my social, my bank cards, everything.
She says Bishop, the leader of the so-called cult Carbonation, went from spoiling her to abusing her.
And we've been following this story closely since his arrest.
Leader Nature Boy has been found guilty on all counts. Well, if you have not seen the news, here it is. Nature Boy was sentenced to life without parole. He has 30 days to appeal. Skipping down to the middle of this page, investigators have accused him of leading a cult known as Carbonation, raping a member when she tried to leave in 2022, and posting revenge porn online after she left. He was found guilty on all charges, and I have compiled some videos that I got from TikTok just to let you know a little bit more about who this man was. Who this man is.
I'm going to try my best to give you the fastest rundown on Nature Boy that I possibly can. First things first, the name of his cult is Carbonation. Now, how I was first introduced to Carbonation is when they were flying on my old airline I used to work with. They were flying on the aircraft, and the plane got ground stopped, and they had to get removed from the plane because of how bad they smelled. But that's neither here nor there. Let's talk about the cult. Nature Boy successfully ran his cult for about 10 years or so before he was caught in April of 2022. He's currently serving time awaiting trial for false imprisonment, rape, and revenge porn. Nature Boy was so off of his rocker. Hell is really the best place for him, but I guess jail would be the second best. He was making these people fight each other. He was making his women fight each other until they were bloody. There was also a mysterious infant death on his compound when they were living in, I think it was Ecuador. And also an elderly lady passed away under his care because he would not allow her to take any medicine.
I tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even...
When they ate, if they ate, what they wear. Apparently there was some drug use going on, but honestly, the man was so sick, I don't put anything past him. He would go on live on Big O all the time, like 24 hours a day, and he would humiliate his wives. He would talk about them and their sexual performances in front of not only the World Wide Web, but also everybody in the house. He would tell, who was good at what. He would also put couples that were in his household on the spotlight, and when they would confide in them about their relationship issues, he would pretty much blast them in front of the whole house. There's literally so much stuff I can say about Nature Boy because I went on that rabbit hole like years ago, and then when he got arrested, I went down the rabbit hole again. This is a whole series that I can make about that, but that's the synopsis of who Nature Boy is.
There is no white people. It doesn't even make sense. There's only humanity in different vibrations of brown. Everything in nature is green and brown. Different shades of brown. When you go to the beach, what color is the beach? Brown. Tan brown. You see? So all of humanity is brown. Different shades of brown depending on the melanin vibrating in the MSH, the melano-stimulating hormone that they have in the body. You can lose your brown. It's called vertigo. You can lose melanin and become less brown. Or you can gain melanin and become more brown.
Wants to tell her side of the story, and it's an interview you only see on 11 Alive. Eligio Bishop, also known as Nature Boy, is still in jail, facing charges that also include rape. His wife tells our Paula Soro he forced her to
birth certificate, my social, my bank cards, everything, you name it, medical documentations.
She says Bishop, the leader of the so-called cult Carbon Nation, went from spoiling her to abusing her when she got pregnant.
I was forced to engage in sexual activity that I did not want to do. I was still strangled on multiple occasions. So I had to willingly engage in these sexual activities because of to keep myself safe. He would abuse me in front of the women.
She had their daughter in 2019, and a year and a half later, she says he forced her to legally marry him in a Las Vegas chapel.
There was no medical attention given to us. So when I actually went into labor, I had to be rushed to the hospital 2 hours away.
For years, the cult would drive and settle across Central America. Velvet says Bishop lived off of other members' PPP loans and life savings. She gave him her $3,000 college fund, while others gave tens of thousands of dollars. And after 4 tries, she successfully ran away with their daughter with no money but hope.
My child is important. I don't understand how anybody could leave their child to be with him or to go live with him.
And we've been following this story closely since his arrest, and also have interviewed another woman who lived with Bishop after Velvet did. You can find her side of the story and more about the group on 11alive.com.
An alleged cult leader will now spend the rest of his life in prison after a jury found him guilty Friday on all counts, including rape. Elijah Bishop, also known as Nature Boy, was on trial for rape, false imprisonment, and 3 counts of sharing sexually explicit content on social media. Prosecutors say the crimes happened while he was a leader of a cult called Carbon Nation. Bishop spoke to the courtroom right after his sentencing once victims read their impact statements.
Is there anything else? My heart, light as a feather. I promise you, I love you and I'm still here. I miss one way. I see what y'all doing, and I want you to know, I forgive you. And I see y'all in the end.
The DeKalb County judge issued the maximum sentence, sending Bishop to prison for life, plus 10 years without the possibility of parole.
One thing I am loving about 2024, and this is a continuation from 2023, is that we are in find out season, and a lot of bad characters are actually finally facing some consequences of their actions.